Good morning, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington. We have an update on our breaking news at Philadelphia International Airport. U.S. Air commuter flight 3079 from LaGuardia to Louisville was diverted to Philadelphia mid-flight. Our Walt Hunter joins us now from the newsroom to tell us more. Walt?
Well, Yuki, some real concern when that flight was landing at about 8:27 this morning, but fortunately it appears to be a large misunderstanding that nevertheless brought a huge emergency response. Here's how it all went on. Flight 3079 leaving LaGuardia Airport around 7:30 this morning. There you see the plane on the ground at Philly International, was headed to Louisville, Kentucky. Police say a young man, 17 years old, a religious member of an Orthodox Jewish community, was saying his morning prayers with a religious item that is known as a Tefillin. Now, a Tefillin has a strap that runs up your arm. It has a small leather box attached to your forehead and also has some other items in your hand. A flight attendant notices this and, in a time of high alert for terrorism, asks the young man, who politely responds, that it is a Tefillin, a Orthodox Jewish religious item that he uses for his morning prayers. The flight attendant then goes to the pilot. The pilot, on the side of caution, declares an in-flight emergency, and the plane diverts from its flight to Louisville to Philadelphia International, landing around 8:45. Now, none of the 15 to 18 passengers on board had any idea that anything was even potentially wrong, because the young man was non-disruptive, totally polite, and of course didn't make any threats to anyone. When the plane landed at the airport, notified of an airport emergency, Philadelphia police, the TSA, the FBI, every major unit surrounding the plane immediately. Going on board, the passengers for the first time learned something might be wrong, but almost immediately learned this 17-year-old young man who shows the Tefillin to the police, in fact, was praying, and that there, in fact, was no threat at all. The bottom line, the young man will soon be on his way. The passengers already beginning to reboard the plane for their flight to Louisville, a sign of the high attention everyone is given to anything that is beyond their understanding. Obviously, the flight attendant crew and perhaps many of the passengers not aware of the Tefillin as a prayer item used by Orthodox members of the Jewish community. Philadelphia police do say, for the disruption at the airport, and things are getting back to normal, everything did work perfectly in terms of their response, including a new phone setup that was just set up linking Philadelphia police to the airport tower so they could keep minute-to-minute track of everything that was going on. A misunderstanding, a major emergency response, some disruption at the airport, but the bottom line, everything getting back to normal with certainly no criminal charges and certainly, fortunately in the end, no threat to anyone. That's it live in the News Center. Walt Hunter, CBS 3 Eyewitness News, and back down to you.
In the times we now live, it's all about erring on the side of caution. Walt, thank you. You can continue to get the latest information at CBS3.com and join us on CBS 3 for Talk Philly at noon for all the day's headlines and weather.